What's up, everybody? Good morning. It's Monday, 5 a.m. Are you guys on your way to work right now? Who knows, right? I mean, are you just barely waking up, dealing with your little bitch voice telling you 5 more minutes? Right. Well, look, we have a new schedule over here at Latin Wealth Club. And every Monday, we're going to give you guys a podcast at 5 in the morning for you to start your week right, for you to make sure you have your goals in check, and for you to have some type of motivation for the week. You know, so now you have something to look forward to every Monday at 5 a.m. And every Thursday, actually every other Thursday, we're going to have the Bull Room from now on. And so not this Thursday, but next Thursday, the Bull Room will start. So yeah, we'll just start doing that. And every end of the month, we're going to have Brews and News. Brews and News is pretty much where we talk about, you know, headlines and things that happen around the world, you know, and how they may or may not affect our community, country, or the world in general. So yeah, stay tuned for that. At the end of the month, every other Thursday, we have the Bull Room. And every week, every Monday, 5 a.m., we're going to have this, which is making sure we're, you know, motivating, entrepreneurial, you know, just a regular Latin Wealth Club stuff. But anyways, welcome back. This is your host, MP, and behind the scenes,
AZ.
And today, we're going to talk about goal setting and the reality of entrepreneurship. You see, when you set goals, a lot of people set very small goals. They set goals that are too realistic. For example, if you're making $5,000 a month, at the end of the year, that's $60,000. A lot of people will make their goal to save $30,000, right? Which is pretty realistic on a $60,000 budget. You're saving half your money if you're living at home. But, you know, what people don't realize is when you set a goal, it has to be unrealistic, right? So if you're making $60,000 a year, you want to say, hey, I want to try to make $100,000 a year. That may be unrealistic, but if you put your goal to an unrealistic level, you now are committed to reaching a overachieving goal. And when you're committed to, you know, achieving an overachieving goal, you come to realize that you actually will end up better than your realistic goal. If your realistic goal was 30,000 and you're focused on 100,000, you might end up at 50,000. That's better than 30,000. That's better than your realistic goal. You know, a lot of people, like I said, when they set goals, it's too realistic. And they have to actually be unrealistic. They have to be something that's impossible. Because when you're reaching for something impossible, you're always going to end up better than the realistic goal. You know? And, you know, when you set these unrealistic goals, you also have to prepare yourself with what comes with it, right? Which goes hand in hand with the reality of entrepreneurship. You know, when you're setting these goals, you have to commit to them, right? Going back, you have to visualize, commit, and take action. When you visualize and now you're on the committing, you have to notice that you have to win the day, right? And when you win the day, you win the week. And when you win the week, you win the month. And when you win the month, you win the year. It's a domino effect when it comes to goal setting and achieving these goals, and when it comes to entrepreneurship. Now, what you have to do is, when you do that, right, when you actually make an unrealistic goal and you're winning the day, you're winning the week, and you're winning the month, and you end up winning the year, you have to face the hard reality of entrepreneurship. The hard reality of entrepreneurship is, first and foremost, it's a long and lonely road. What do I mean by that? It's a long and lonely road because when you're on a journey and you're committed to a goal, you have to realize you're going to lose relationships. A lot of people in your family are not going to see eye to eye with you. A lot of friends are not going to see eye to eye with you. You're going to have friends that are going to tell you, hey, let's go to the bar this weekend. Hey, let's go to vacation this weekend. Hey, let's go here. Let's go there. Let's do this. Let's do that. You have to stay disciplined and know how to say no. Because when you're committed to your goals, your priority are your goals. You should have a sense of urgency to accomplish these goals, right? So, like I said, no partying, no going out with friends. This type of lifestyle isn't for everyone, right? A lot of people try it and they quit. It's okay. They weren't as committed to their goals as somebody else. When you're committed to your goals, you'll do anything for them. Friends will come last. Family will come last. Relationship, like your girlfriend or something, obviously that's something different, right? But when it comes to your goals are always in place. Actually, if you actually have a girlfriend, let me actually add to that. She should be on the same page as you. She should understand where you're going in your life, and she should be there throughout the way because you guys are a team. If she can't understand that, I'm sorry, she's not the one for you. It's the sad reality. You see, I know eventually I would like to have my girlfriend on here so we could actually talk about this. You know, how to become a team member, how a girlfriend could become a team member to an entrepreneur that's a overachieving person, right? A high performer. Because when you're a high performing, overachieving entrepreneur, you're not partying, you're not going out, you're always working, you're always committed to your goals. Like I said, your goals become a priority. Now, a lot of people, you know, think of entrepreneurship. Like, let me ask AZ something. AZ, when you hear an entrepreneur, what comes to your head?
Somebody who owns their own company and runs everything for their company. Okay,
but materialistic wise, what comes to your head when you hear entrepreneur?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess more of a sense of luxury items, right?
Luxury items.
High cars, very nice cars, jewelry, right?
Mansions.
Of course, houses.
You know, an amazing, crazy lifestyle. But that's not the reality of entrepreneurship.
No, sir.
That's literally the finish line to the marathon.
Yep.
And people don't realize that, right? Like I said, it's a long and lonely road. You're going to lose family. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose relationships. And the only reason why you're going to lose these people is because they will never understand what you're truly doing. And then when you accomplish them, they're going to try to come back. Now, it's up to you if you want them to come back because you will determine how they treated you when you were on your journey. If they treated you bad when you were on your journey, then you shouldn't reward that behavior. You see what I'm saying? You see, when you're on Instagram and you see these big entrepreneurs driving Lamborghinis, driving McLarens, Bugattis, when you see people, like, for example, like Andrew Tate, people say, wow, I'm going to start my business, and in 2 years, I'm going to be in that position. That's not 2 years worth of work. That's like 10 to 15.
You also have to remember, I mean, if you guys, somebody out there watches them and really likes them, that's his business. Being that person with all the fancy cars and all the house, that is his business.
Well, here's the thing.
That's how he brings in, all the people.
That's true. That's very true. Because he became a self-brand.
Exactly.
You as an entrepreneur that's a content creator, you have to self-brand yourself eventually. Because your image is your brand. Right? It's like me, right? My MP logo, that's my brand.
Yep.
Right? When you think of me, I want you to think of this logo, right? Just how when you think of Andrew Tate, you think of Bugattis. You think of, a nice, crazy lifestyle. But you see, you can't go into entrepreneurship only thinking about that. You need to go into entrepreneurship with, like I said, win the day, win the week, win the month, win the year. It's like a staircase. You don't just jump up to the top, do you?
Nope.
You take it step by step by step. You win the day, you win the week, you win the month, you win the year. It's that simple. It's the hard reality of entrepreneurship. You're going to have to sacrifice weddings. You're going to have to sacrifice quinceañeras. You're going to have to sacrifice Sunday menudo with your grandma. Right? Give her a call. Hey, grandma, I'm not going to be able to make it, but I wanted to tell you that I love you, blah, 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 blah. At the same time, don't lose the relationship. Don't sabotage it. But also, you need to realize what comes first, right? Because this is your life. You choose where you're going to end up with it. No one else is going to choose that for you. And if you're listening to someone say, hey, man, you're working too much. Hey, man, take a break. People like that don't understand entrepreneurship. People like that don't understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. If you're listening and you have a goal and you're going, balls deep, crazy every day, winning your day, winning your week, winning your month, winning your year, I understand you. I did it. That's how I grew my business to where it's at today, thankfully, right? It takes a lot of commitment, discipline. And a lot of ignoring these types of people. When I first started, just some personal experience here. I had uncles telling me, "Hey man, take it easy." I had my own parents telling me to take it easy, like take a break, take a day off. But when it comes to my goals, I can't allow them to tell me to take a day off when I know if I take a day off, now I'm 1 day behind. If I take 7 days off in a week, I'm 1 week behind. If I take 30 days and a year off, I'm 1 month behind. How important are your goals to you? Ask yourself, how bad do you want it? How bad do I want it? You have to remind yourself of your goals every single day. Now, with me, I have 2 phones. I have a personal phone, so whenever I get a family call, I know who's calling. And I have a work phone. On my work phone, I posted this on the Latin Wealth Club Instagram story of how I have the lock screen as my goals. Because statistically, I believe people check their phones about 150 times a day on average. So imagine reminding yourself of your goals 150 times a day. You will never lose focus, never lose track of where you're going. You see, this is why I tell you, you need to remind yourself of your goals every day. You need to know why you're sacrificing these types of events. You need to know that it's going to be worth it. It's not going to happen today. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen next week or next month. But it's going to happen because I'm putting in the work today. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm reminding myself where I'm going and where I will be every single day. Now, these relationships, if they love you, they're going to understand. If you have homies from the block, they're going to still be at the block when you make it. So do you really feel bad for not hanging out with them? They're still going to be there. Everyone's still going to be there. But at the same time, if they treat you like crap, don't allow them to come back. Because a lot of people would take it personal that you're goal setting. A lot of people will see that you're elevating in your life, that you're succeeding in your life, and the envy will come. There will be a lot of envy you will have to deal with. There will be a lot of jealousy you will have to deal with. But you have to have the I don't give a fuck mentality. That doesn't faze me mentality. Now, from personal experience, you might have some very people that you grew up with, people that you admire, people that you love, switch up on you, fold on you. But at the same time, it goes back to, is it their life or your life? Is it your goal or their goal? Is it your future lifestyle or their future lifestyle? Where do you want to be? How bad do you want it? You see, another thing too, when you're on this road, you can't focus on 5 different things. You have to focus on one thing, one path, and stay disciplined to that path. You see, when I was barely starting out my detailing company, all I did was detail. All I did was detail and invest. Detail and invest. Detail and invest. Detail and invest. That was my goal. That was the only mission I had, was detail, make the money, invest a portion of it, and continue growing my business and continue growing my investments. That was my goal. Boom, 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 boom. I wasn't on the side trying to start another side hustle, trying to start another side business. I was dedicated and disciplined to one path. You see what I'm saying? If you're working on 3 different things, if you're diversifying yourself, you will never succeed necessarily, or it will take you a very long time to succeed. But if you focus on one thing at a time, you crush that goal, boom, crush. You crush this goal, boom, crush. You crush this, boom, boom, crush. That's 3 goals crushed. By the time, if you were working at 3 at a time, by the time you crush these 3, you would already had done it 10 years back, 5 years back, by just focusing on one thing and one thing only at a time.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right about that. I think you really have to do focus. You have to sit down and really focus on one specific goal. I mean, it's crazy because if you do try to start to bring in all these different type of goals that you want to achieve, I mean, it takes
away time from the main goal.
Yeah. Not only that, but it's almost like by the time you learn it takes so long to really hone your skills on one thing, but trying to do 3, 4, 5 at a time.
Yeah, it's like
possible.
Master one, master the other,
Exactly.
master another, master another.
Dude, it's funny that you say that because I mean the article that that you brought up earlier today, I have it pulled up right here. One sentence here, it's written by, let me give you the name here. It's by Forbes Business, by Morgan Brown. And one of the things that I saw in here that she said was, the first thing I learned as an entrepreneur is that you will need to wear a lot of different hats. These hats include accounting, bookkeeping, CEO, CFO, COO, and CMO, just to name a few. Finding the time to balance all of these roles takes a lot of practice and patience.
It does, bro, because I had to do it.
Yeah.
I used to do my own taxes.
Absolutely.
I used to have to save my receipts to get these tax write-offs. I used to have to do all that. But thankfully, there's tools. For example, before I had Kevin from Certified Taxes.
Shout out.
Great little shout out. Free promotion right there for my boy. I had QuickBooks, self-employed. I had to run my accounting. I had to run my taxes. Now I have someone to do that. Thank you, Kevin. But I also pay him. He's not doing it for free. But at the same time, I wouldn't be in a position where I'm able to pay him if it wasn't for me putting in the work. If it wasn't me focusing on building my business for it to generate enough revenue for me to afford these things, for me to afford a independent lifestyle at 23. You need to focus and stay focused. And also, don't tell anyone what you're doing. Just tell them, hey, I'm working on something. That's about it. Because if you tell them, then they're going to try to discourage you. Then they're going to, hey, come on, bro. You don't need to work that hard like I just said. They try to discourage you. And
you know what's funny about that?
Yeah.
It's almost like when those people tell you, I mean, this doesn't go for everything, but if you have a business idea that you think really you truly believe in, and it's almost like if a bunch of people are telling you not to do it, it's almost like you have to go harder. Because there's almost like something there, right? It almost feels like, oh my God, if I go even harder on this, it almost has to work.
So, look, 90% of people, when they hear that, they're going to get discouraged and not even do it. Let's be real. If you heard your dad say, that's not going to work, mijo.
Yep.
You're not going to do it.
Absolutely.
Right? Because you trust your dad. But it's that 10% that go for it. But it's that 1% that actually make it happen. See, it's a small amount of people that actually say, Dad, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to go do it. And that 10% of people, 9% of them, will eventually get discouraged by somebody else, because it's not going to just be their dad telling them. It's going to be their friend. It's going to be their cousins. It's going to be their uncles. Because once you tell somebody what you're doing, that somebody's going to tell somebody else. And that somebody else is going to tell somebody else. And now you got 3 people discouraging you. It's that 1% that says, F you, I'm going to prove you wrong. Personal experience. My parents wanted me to go to college.
Who parents doesn't, man?
No.
Everybody.
Okay, but look, the reason why they want me to go to college is because, like, on my mom's side, everyone's down to Mexico. Everyone's college educated. How embarrassing is it that your son is born in the U.S. and isn't going to college, but your cousins in Mexico are going to college? And they're engineers, doctors. They're all these high-achieving educational stuff, Shout out to all my cousins, Dr. Duron, that's one of he's my cousin.
The doctor in the family.
I got a doctor in the family, bro.
That's right.
And then my other cousin, he's actually an engineer. I have a bunch of cousins that are engineers. Yeah, bro. So, it's like when I go down there, I'm a little fish. In the sense of school, right? But in the sense of business, we're all pretty much the same because we all run our own businesses. Well, except my cousin that's a doctor. He's at a hospital and stuff, Can't really run your own business until you're like 30 years in, so 20 years in.
So you run your own hospital, huh?
No, literally, bro, because we also know people that have their own hospitals. It's like my godfather down there, he actually has his own chemistry labs and stuff like that.
Whoa, you shouldn't have said that.
Chemistry labs?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not illegal.
What are you making in there, man?
No, we're not making anything.
You better chill.
We're not making. It's totally legal, bro. We got nothing to hide. But anyways, so when I first told my parents I'm no longer going to go back to college, my mom said, "What are you going to do? Wash cars your whole life?" And I said, "Mom, no. I have a mission. I have a plan."
That would have killed me, bro. If I'm being honest.
That would have killed you. It didn't kill me. But you see, my dad was on my side. Thankfully. My dad would tell my mom, look, it's okay. Let him. Let him. If he fails, he could always go back to college.
That's right.
In this country, you could always go back.
That's right.
So my dad said, let him. If he fails, he'll find out for himself. Let him fail. And the thing is, right, look, that personal experience, my mom wasn't trying to discourage me necessarily. It's because she loves me. She wants the best for me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right? But only you know what's best for you. Only you know what you want to do with your life. Now, my mom is so encouraging of my business. She loves it. She promotes it. She has decals on her car with my business, my phone number, and everything. She's proud. Because why? Because I said, Mom, let me prove you wrong. She said, okay, I'm going to give you the opportunity to prove me wrong. When you fail, you're going to go back to college, though. And I said, okay, deal. Well, I'm not back in college, so what does that show you? It takes you having to prove these people wrong. It takes you having to show them the path. You see, a lot of these people have this type of mindset because they don't know anyone that's done it. They don't know anyone that, for example, like my family in Mexico, a lot of them are college educated and then they start their businesses, right? My mom didn't know anyone that didn't go to college and didn't start a business. So it's like, you're cutting the college part? That's a shortcut. No, it's not a shortcut. It's actually the harder part. I'm taking the harder path. But this harder path is way more rewarding at the end. Because I'm building my own brand. I'm not working for somebody else's brand. I'm building my own. I'm working towards my own goals. I'm taking control of my own life, my own income, my own schedule, my own everything. Because my goal is to do whatever the hell I want when I'm older, whenever the hell I want whenever, and have the money just rolling in, just seeing my phone with the payment notifications. You see, don't let your family discourage you. They're doing it because they love you, but it's better to prove them wrong than for you to regret your life, than for you to live a life of regret, than for you to say, wow, I could have done that. Only if I didn't listen to them. Imagine, right? You listen to them and now you're 40 and you're working your 9-to-5 matrix job and you're miserable and you're like, wow, I should have just proved my mom wrong. I should have proved my dad wrong. I would have been in a Lamborghini right now. I would have been in a mansion right now. You're going to live a life full of regret. You see, nothing in this life is, what's the saying? It's, I can't remember the saying, but nothing is worse than wasted talent. There you go. Nothing is worse than wasted talent in this life, or wasted goals, wasted purpose, whatever. If you have a purpose, don't waste it. Go for it. If that's your calling, go for it. If people discourage you, prove them wrong. Or just don't freaking tell them, so that way they don't even have the opportunity to discourage you. Now, these people that when you don't go to their events and they start feeling some types of ways, they're not going to understand. And at the same time, if it's just your friends, if it's not directly your parents or siblings, you don't need to give them an explanation. You don't owe them anything. They're not entitled to anything. You see, if it's direct family, then you should eventually maybe tell them what you're doing and show them the small results that you have, and you'll probably prove them wrong with the small amount of results. But this is just the hard reality of entrepreneurship and goal setting and reaching your goals and being committed to your goals and taking action towards them. You see, a lot of people get stuck on the visualize and commitment part, like I mentioned in previous podcasts. A lot of people think they dream of a life like that. They set the goal and never do it. They never take action. You have to take action. It's your life, not theirs. Stop listening to other people. Fuck them. Fuck them. Prove them wrong. Prove them the hell wrong. Show them who the fuck you are. Go in there, kill your fucking day, kill your fucking week, kill your fucking month, and kill the fucking year. Kill your fucking goals. Don't be a little fucking bitch. Now that's it for Atlanta Wealth Club. Hey, like I said, I don't mean to be arrogant. It's just the way I talk to myself and the way I want to motivate you guys to go fucking crush your fucking goals. Go make shit fucking happen. You know, there's no room for excuses. Set your goals, commit to your goals, and take fucking action. Now, AZ, do you have any finishing words?
I love everything you said, man. I think
Are you hyped right now? Are you want to go?
I'm ready to go for a run, man.
You're going to go for a run right now? You're about to go on a marathon? 26.2 miles right now?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to go.
Oh, bro, we got to pump people up this Monday morning, baby. Motivation Monday, baby. Go get it. Go kill your fucking week.
Get after
Start
it.
today. Start today. It's 5 a.m. right now. Wake the fuck up. Go fucking kill your goals. Don't be a little bitch. All right. Well, I'll see you on the next one. All money in, no money out. Stay dedicated. Stay disciplined. See, I already messed up the whole outro, man. I messed up the whole outro, and we're not cutting this out. This is raw and direct, okay? All money in, no money out. Stay dedicated. Stay motivated. And we'll see you on the next one. Let the outro play.
Perfect.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. All we ask is for you to pay the fee. The fee is quite simple. Share it with a friend, give us a like, and leave us a comment. With that being said, we'll see you on the next one.